foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! Mike, 180! Go! Go! You can choose the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Here we go.
On first down, Crockett. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Hey, orbit.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They run with Crockett. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Lucky, lucky, lucky. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Let's bring it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Well, when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
He's checking crack.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Where's 180? 52's the mic. Here we go, here we go. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. On the ball. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Regular. 52's the Mike.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. looks to be about a yard or so short. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. McKenzie now to return it. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right. Run, run, run. Hey, exit.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Alert, 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 alert. Here we go, here we go. Hey, bravo. Pistol.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Crockett. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 2nd down now, Crockett. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check 9, check 9.
To Crockett on the ground. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Real. Block 52. 52's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check 52.
They'll run on first down. Crockett, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Get off the field. Undercrush.
Alert.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
King. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
You must be dreaming.
Go.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. On first down, Crockett, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Under 10. Pistol. Hurry. Run. Let's get it. Hey, Haywood.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Wentz now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 29, Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great 15, great 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
They still playing soft. Hey, high 7.
Shoot! My 52, my 52. I'm coming! Hey! Roy!
Regular.
No, check that.
Hey, zoom.
Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's got daylight. The 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
82. Hey, Alpha.
54, right there.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Point it right. Hey, Delta. 52, Mike 52.
I'm here all day.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. They gonna need that.
Now Mayfield. He's got Smith here. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Let's go.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check.
Regular.
Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. Crockett. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
What?
180.
I got you.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Mayfield on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To try again after the sack, Wentz, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Here's Wentz to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a give right side. Crockett, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 61 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Here's Mayfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Mike 52, Mike 50. Smooth. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
Go, go.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Wentz to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 42-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Back to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
54, right there. 54, Mike. 3 bucks.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
We're good.
On first down, Hunt. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The Vikings' 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Sunday. 5.
Back to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Wentz is going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Hey, Ford, tell him.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, Charlie.
You think you gonna get this?
Into the red zone. Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now, Wentz, I think this is going to be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And, yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
All day, baby, all day.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
See me